Good morning, healthcare heroes. This is Nicole Traum, and this morning you are watching Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment through Lee Health, and I'm excited to share with you today. So welcome. I have a little new backdrop today. Been setting things up in my office, so it's nice to have a little something different to look at. I hope you're doing all well. You're all doing well this morning. If you're watching, you can post in the comments where you're watching from, how you're feeling this morning. And so we're going to continue our weekly theme. And this theme for this week is being able to really allow ourselves to be open in different ways, as all of our themes are. But allowing ourselves to really feel that connection. And what I wanted to do today was think about the idea of when we have these outer things in our lives, these ways that we react. Maybe we get a little bit tougher, or we ignore something, or we just push through. They kind of create these outer layers around us. And when we become more mindful, what we can do is we can allow ourselves to really start to peel those layers away. So as we move and as we breathe and as we turn within today, think about letting those outer layers start to either peel away or maybe just kind of dissipate away, but allowing yourself the space to just really kind of find that slow opening and slow connection to yourself. So we're going to start sitting up nice and tall, lengthening up through your spine. And just take a big breath here. You can roll your shoulders back, move your head side to side. Good. And then as you come back through center, if you want to move your shoulders, just check in with your body this morning. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what you've got going on. Maybe you got up this morning and felt a little tight in your hips or your belly or your shoulders and your neck. So as you close your eyes and just consider all those things, just allow yourself to start to soften. Filling up with breath on your inhale, emptying out the breath on the exhale. Letting yourself sit up nice and tall. So whatever that means, maybe you have to come forward in your chair a little. We want to avoid this. Right? Most of the day we end up in some sort of slumpy posture. So sitting up tall, feel your low back move in and up. And if you don't, you could even just bring your hand back there. Another option is to take a pillow right behind you. And you can do this while you're sitting at your desk. If you're sitting at your desk a lot right now, think about your posture, because this is how you're holding your body all day long. So if you use that blanket or a pillow or something behind you, it's going to help to keep that nice curve. And you'll notice as you sit tall, it helps you to feel a little more connected. It helps you to be able to relax your shoulders, to relax your jaw, maybe even let your hips and your seat relax down into the earth. And then we'll continue with our breath here. So just inhaling and filling up with breath. Exhaling as you soften and release your shoulders back down. Inhaling and exhaling. Filling up and emptying out. And then take your hands in front of you, and we're just going to start to fill up this balloon here of breath. So inhale. And exhale. Sometimes the movement and the visual helps here. Inhale. And exhale. Imagine you're expanding your energy. And then bringing it right back in. Let's do 3 more. Good. Last one. Good. And as you come back, just notice how nice that feels. Now expanding your ribs, expanding your lungs and your chest. Good. Take your right hand either down to the side of your chair or to your right knee. Stretch your left arm up. We'll start right here. Just press down to your feet. Take a big breath in as you extend your left arm up. And then lean over to the right. Big stretch up through the side body. You can roll your shoulder back. Let yourself breathe. If you want, you can even look up towards your left elbow. Make sure you wore deodorant today. And then come on out, and we'll bring our left arm down, right arm up. So here, just stretching and lengthening, and when you're ready, you can reach up and over. This is just a good way to wake your body up, the side body especially. If you're sitting at your desk, or maybe you're standing all day, things start to get compressed. Take another deep breath here. And then come all the way back and bring your hands back behind you now. Roll your shoulders one at a time, just feeling those shoulders move onto your back. Good. And then we'll come back through center, and we're just gonna start to bring our knees over to the right, and we're just gonna stretch the left leg back. So I'm just kind of stepping it back, feeling a nice stretch to the top of my thigh. Sitting up tall, bringing it in, stretching it back. Let's do 2 more. And then this next time, as you stretch your leg back, you can hold it there and just twist to your right. So if that feels good, you can bring one or both arms up and just take a big stretch. I like to hook my thumbs for this just so I have a little bit more hold. Breathe into your body. Feel yourself getting a little more expansive. We're gonna take one more deep breath here. Perfect job, good, and then come on out and we'll switch sides. So bring your knees over to the left now, and we'll take this right leg and we're just gonna step it back and bring it back in. So just stepping it back, stretching out your legs, coming back in. Let's do 3 more. Big stretch, slide it in. You can hold onto your chair. If your chair doesn't have arms, you're holding onto your legs. This time as you stretch your leg, just hold it there and start to twist open to the left now. Big stretch into the front of the hip. If that feels good, you can bring one or you can bring both arms up and just feel yourself stretch here. I do hook my thumbs here so you can give a little extra resistance. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. Breathing nice and deep, relaxing your shoulders, and then coming all the way out. Coming back to your seat and just making some slow circles now. So you just should feel like your hips just got a little wake-up call. Front of hips, sides of hips, into your seat muscles. So just moving around nice and slow. You can change your direction now. Feeling your low back stretching. Feeling your belly get a little stimulation, a little bit of pressure to help even with your digestion. Good. So one of the ways that we can start to get rid of those layers, those sort of protective layers that we've self-imposed on ourselves, is through movement. So you'll notice as you move, you start to soften a little, right? Maybe you can let your guard down a little in a good way. Change your direction. Another way is through the breath. So as you start to breathe a little deeper, you'll feel yourself getting more expansive. And those things that don't matter, those things that are clinging to you, sometimes they even just fall away naturally. So that's the nice part about really letting yourself connect to your breath. And then come on back through center. Just inhale, roll your shoulders back. Exhale as you round. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 3 more like that. Just feeling yourself really working into what you have. So warming up the muscles, especially in your back and your belly. Good. And then coming back up, sitting tall, take your right arm up, and you're going to bring your hand back behind you. So either to the back of your neck or the back of your head. And if you can't do that, you can just kind of bring your elbow out. And what we're going to do here is we're going to press back with our head and then take our left hand and see if we can grab onto the right one. So sometimes this looks more like this, and that's okay too, right? Especially if you have an injury. So honor where you're at. Press your hand down into your elbow. Press your elbow back into your hand and breathe. Feel those outer layers, those hard, defensive layers just start to soften as you breathe. And then if you want, you can even reach up and over to your left. So just a big stretch here. Feeling the left side body lengthening up underneath your arm. Take another deep breath. Good, and then come on out, stretch your arms out big, turn your head. Ooh, my head just popped, my neck just popped. And then come on out and take a moment here. You can roll your shoulders onto your back if that feels better. And then we'll switch over to the other side. So left arm's gonna come up, bring it back behind you, press your head into your hand so you can sit tall. You're gonna feel a big stretch here underneath the arm. And then take your right arm to left elbow. So again, it might look more like this and you're just pressing, that's fine too. Wherever you are, you're gonna press your hand into your elbow back into your hand as you breathe. Feeling that stretching, feeling that opening, good. And then if you want, you can reach up and over to the right. And just again, connecting with that breath, thinking about the outer layer softening. Peeling them away. 2 more breaths. Good, and then come on out, stretch your arms out. Feel the upper corners of your chest, the upper back, just starting to wake up. Perfect, good, and then as you come on out, you can roll your shoulders. If you want to take a moment here, just bring your elbows down to your knees. Let me scooch back a little. And let yourself release. So you're going to feel your low back stretch here. And if that feels good and you want to go a little deeper, you can actually just drop your head down. So feeling a little more stretch. If you do this and it's too intense, you just gently bring your head back up. And we'll take about 5 breaths here. Just feeling your back body stretch and lengthen. And this is a great way to take a little break, to turn back within, to think about your breath. Notice your spine lengthening with your inhale, and then feel yourself soften with your exhale. We're going to take 1 more round of breath. Perfect. And then come all the way up, nice and slow. Make your way towards the back of your chair. So you can sit with your feet on the floor, or you can sit with your legs crossed if you're on the floor. Whatever works best here for you. And then sit up nice and tall. And just start to check in. So you can start with your eyes soft, or you can close your eyes. You can bring your hands to your lap or to your knees. And let's, for today, turn our palms up. Right? So, we're thinking about self-care. We're thinking about that idea of receiving. When we turn our palms up, it helps to roll the shoulders onto the back, but it's actually this gesture of open hands. I'm letting myself receive. Right? So with that gesture of openness, then allow yourself to just start to soften a little bit more. Maybe you can close your eyes. Feel yourself as you breathe, as you lengthen. Start to notice your own internal rhythm here. Your inhale and your exhale. Give yourself permission to soften a little more, to breathe towards your back body, towards the back of the hips, the back of the ribs, the back of the shoulders, even breathing all the way up into the back of your head. It's easy to make yourself busy with doing, with being. And that's one of those layers. That's one of those outer layers that we build. And like in everything, we want to find balance. So we can't just give and give and give. We have to give and receive and give and receive. And that's part of our practice of mindfulness. It's part of the practice of meditation. And it's probably why it's so hard for most of us. So as it's difficult with your eyes closed and softening, know that that's not unique to you. It's all of us, even me. Right? But the practice is in allowing. So just allow yourself to receive, through your breath, through your stillness, through your openness. Allowing these outer layers, sometimes they use the analogy of an onion, right? Peeling those outer layers, lightening things up in your life. And sometimes when you really let yourself turn in and soften, you can actually start to feel them physically fall away, right? Maybe you can feel your shoulders relaxing. You can feel your jaw softening. In your mind, you can notice yourself putting down some of those things that you're carrying, even if it's just for a few moments. Let's give ourselves 3 more breaths here, just in that stillness. And then start to come back to the presence of the room that you're in. Notice any sounds, any smells. I can smell coffee that's brewing downstairs right now. Notice the quality, the temperature of the air on your skin, and just how your body feels. Maybe how your clothing feels or how the chair feels underneath you. And when you're ready, you can start to bring a little movement back. If you want, you can stretch out your arms, maybe even stretch out your legs here. Coming back to a comfortable seat for a moment, bringing your hands in front of your heart. And we do this to honor ourselves. We honor each other. We honor the others that are working around us, that are making all these offerings. And as we bow today, we bow in hopes that we might remember to receive and not just give. So as we close, I bow to you. Namaste. This has been Nicole Traum with Healthcare Hero Self-Care Moment. Hi, Kristen. Thank you. Hopefully we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll be excited to end out our week. And otherwise, we'll be here at 6:40 in the morning on weekdays. Thanks for watching. Bye.